So I wanted to create a really quick video letting you know what a 6-month-old checklist looks like. I know we're not at exactly the 6-month point, but this will let you know exactly what should be done around the 6-month time. And then I can also send a 9-month checklist just so you'll know what's to develop between 6 and 9. And it just gives you a guideline. So if you notice any of these things that we're not doing yet, be sure to bring that up to me, especially in case if we've missed anything via the evaluation or during therapy, and that way I can make sure that we are all on the same page and that nothing's being overlooked. So as far as social emotional things go, we want them to know familiar faces and beginning to know if someone's a stranger. We like them to be able to play with others, especially parents, since that's usually who they have exposure to, or other siblings at this age. We want them to pretty much often seem happy. They smile a lot, they're cooing, they're, beginning to make new noises and that kind of thing. And they tend to be, unless something is wrong, tend to be happy. And then they like to look at themselves in the mirror. So they start to recognize like, oh, there's another human looking back at me. Now, as far as language and communication goes, they respond to sounds by making sounds. So it's almost like they're starting to have little conversations with you. They're stringing vowels together whenever they are babbling. They're doing things like ah, eh, oh. And like to take turns whenever y'all are having a conversation. So if you're talking with them and they start, making sounds to you, and then you talk back to them, and they really like engaging in that conversation. A lot of times by now they can respond to their own name. So they either need to look at you or turn their head to you, or it needs to be obvious that whenever you say their name, they know that you're talking to them. They make sounds to show their joy and their displeasure, which I'm sure that we are really good at. And then they're starting to say consonant sounds such as M or B. So they're kind of jabbering with a m, or b, that kind of stuff. As far as cognitive skills go, like they're learning and they're thinking and they're problem solving, they look around at things nearby. They bring things to their mouth. This is the time that you've got to be super careful, because they will put those little things in their mouth. They start to show curiosity about things, and they're trying to get things that are out of their reach. So that's where some of this army crawling and some of those kind of floor mobility first start to happen. And then they're going to pass things from one hand to the other. So if they have this toy in this hand, then you're going to see them be able to transfer it back and forth to the other hand. As far as their physical development goes and their movement, we want to make sure that they can roll back to tummy and tummy to back. We want them to start sitting without support. Whenever they're standing supported, like when we're holding on to them and we're standing them on their feet, we want them to support their weight on their legs and maintain, that support. And then they also might like to bounce some too. So that's age appropriate. And then on their hands and knees, we want them to be rocking, starting to rock back and forth. And like I have mentioned, sometimes they crawl backwards before they crawl forward. So that is the 6-month checklist. And I also wanted to throw out some ideas that you can be doing. Floor play with the baby every single day is critical. Learning to read their moods is really important. If they're happy, keep doing what you're doing. If they're upset, maybe take a break and just comfort them. Show your baby how to comfort themselves whenever they're upset. So, if it's a thumb or a pacifier or a lovey, anything like that, show them how to comfort themselves, because you will want them to start learning those self-soothing skills as well. Use reciprocal play. So when they smile, you smile back. When they make sounds, you copy them. Repeat the child's sounds and say simple words with those sounds. So, for example, if your child says ba, then you can say bottle, or you can say book, and you can kind of expound on those sounds that they're starting to play with. Read books every day. Praise them whenever they read by babbling too. That is something that you're never too early to start with. Just put them in your lap and open up those books and read. When your baby is looking at something, point to it, talk to it, describe it. Just talk about those things that they're noticing. When you're picking books, one of the things that I forgot to mention, read colorful books, like colorful picture books, and then you can point to different objects on the pages and talk about what you're seeing and that kind of thing. When they drop a toy on the floor, grab it for them and give it back, and that helps them to start learning cause and effect. Point out everything that you're seeing, whether in books or in the room. Name it to them. Hold them up while they're sitting, or support with pillows. So make sure that, when working on sitting balance, that there's a soft cushion, because they can fall back or to the side or even forward so fast. So just make sure that they're really good and supported in a safe spot. And then when they're on their belly or their back, put their toys just out of reach to encourage, rolling over and then reaching and really trying to problem solve and get to those things that they want. So hopefully those are some good ideas from a 6-month-old standpoint, and that are helpful in helping you help them develop. All right, have a good one. Thanks.